So my name is Chris Webb. My wife Dani and I have been with Pruvit since, just so I don't have to do math, I can just say when we started, February of 2018. So however long ago that was. We were looking for something in our lives to level up on a couple different levels, in a couple different areas, I should say. We wanted to level up in our performance athletically, and we were looking to level up in life as a business as well. We did hear that Pruvit had a business opportunity tied to it for sharing your Pruvit story, so that piqued our interest. So not only did the product absolutely change our lives, but the business has now changed our lives. And so in this group 2020, that's kind of what we're sharing. So this group, what it's for and why we put it together is we just want to kind of clear the air or clear the muddied waters of some of the questions that are asked a lot of the times about discounts, about free product, and do you have to be a promoter to get discounts on free product, and what's the difference between customers and promoters, and is it really legit getting free product, and what does that mean, and what does it mean to be aligned with the company, and what does it look like to be a promoter, and all of these different questions that I know people have because we had them, right? And plus people ask us, so we also know that. So what we did is we put this group together, intentionally moving towards 2020 with the mission to have 2,020 people all paying it forward by the year 2020. From an entrepreneurial set of eyes, if you get what I'm saying here, this can be huge, can be very huge, but not putting the cart in front of the horse. If that's not something that that you see, some do, some don't, you'll see the power in what's happening with this group. So in this group, we put, there are some live videos that are in this group, and you can just scroll through. There's not a lot. There's not a lot of posts. There's just a few things that you can take a look at, and you can watch a couple of the videos, and if something resonates with you, great. Get together with whoever invited you. If something triggers like someone in your mind, like, hey, I know so-and-so or somebody really needs to hear this story of life transformation that, let's just say that, that someone had in one of the videos, right? Then you can add them to the group and just tag them, because our whole mission here is to just bring to surface some of the incredible transformations that are taking place all around us, and I just don't think enough people see it, right? They don't see the opportunity that is right in front of them sometimes, and like ourselves, we didn't see it until we had more conversations. So as you're popping on, where are you watching from? Like I was saying in the very beginning, if you're just popping on, we have people from all over the United States and even outside of the United States that are in this group. So wherever you're watching from, go ahead and drop that in here. Also, I know a lot of you who are in this group are drinking ketones. So if you're drinking ketones already, what flavor ketone did you have today? For those that are new and never had them, it might give a good idea of what's good. If you guys all participate, I'm going to ask for participation a little bit here in the comments. What flavor ketones did you have today? And like I said, it gives people a good idea as to what to get. If they're looking at getting some ketones, they're going to say, oh, I see that a lot of people are having raspberry lemonade, for example. That's kind of a community favorite. So anyway, so I'm really excited about this call today. As you saw earlier, we're going to have Jessica Talamantes tell her story, and I'm not going to tell her story of even how we met or anything like that. I'm going to ask her about that as we get rolling. But what I do want to share is there are a lot of people who are in this group who are not only aligned with the company as promoters, but a lot of people that are thinking about it. Like, I've had lots of conversations with lots of people in this group, and they're like, I'm really considering becoming a promoter, but I'm not really sure what it takes and this and that. And I just want to say right now that you don't have to know everything about ketones. We didn't, right? You don't have to know everything about ketones. Something that, the reason why I'm so excited for this call, something that Jessica has done is she didn't take all the time in the beginning to learn everything. Learn about ketones, learn about the comp plan, learn about BHB, learn about how this works and the science and this and that, and learn how to, all she did was just pick up the phone, hey, or message. I think that's really what we do nowadays, right? Hey, what do you know about ketones and ketosis? You got to try this stuff. It's amazing. Sharing my story. It's amazing. Sharing my story in the 2020 group. Come check it out. It's amazing. That's what she's done. You have two different types of people who are going to build a business, whatever business it is, especially in this space. You have the person who's going to research everything and do all the things that doesn't move their business forward, and then you have the person who doesn't need to know everything, because you don't. All you need to do is share your story, and people want, like, I want better energy, I want better sleep, I want to feel better, right? And people want to try the product, and that's what Danny and I have done for I guess last 18 or so months. And it's exciting. So anyways, I'm gonna have Jessica, if you can, if you're watching, if you're on, if you can hit the like request to join button, and when I see it pop up, then I'll add you in. And as you're jumping on, where are you watching from? What flavor ketone did you have today? Giving people an idea. Look at her. She just is like, you know what, Jessica, she is so coachable.
All right. Okay. Do you have both headphones in?
No, but I can hear you.
Okay.
Can we put...
Yeah, because the background noise.
Oh, good. Oh, good idea. But this is right here. Is that right?
Okay, perfect. Hi.
Hi.
All right. Can everybody hear Jessica? I know I can. If you can hear Jessica, then comment below that you can hear Jessica, and we'll get rolling. So, Jessica, what flavor ketones did you have today?
This is my second one. This is Splash, and I had a True Passion today, this morning.
Ooh. Is that your favorite?
True Passion is, yes.
Yeah, it's such a good one. Okay, so are you excited?
Yes, and nervous.
Yes, and nervous. But you know what? This is what's super cool about what we're doing in this group, is that it is just a private group of people who are interested in hearing stories. People that are in this group just want to hear, different people's perceptions, different people's views, different people's stories. And it's not a judgment group. That's what I love about this group. It's not like public Facebook where people are watching and going, some people do that. I know we never do that, but you know what I'm saying. So as y'all are jumping on, where are you watching from? What flavor keto did you have today? We're gonna get rolling with Jessica Talamantes. Am I saying your last name right? Talamantes?
I'm very proud of you. Yes.
Nice.
Talamantes.
Okay. Talamantes. Okay, so let's talk about this, because our story with Pruvit actually goes back pretty far. And tell me, before you were introduced to Pruvit, like, what was your world like? What was your life like? And then how were you introduced to Pruvit?
Okay, so it was about a year and a half ago, I would think, before I had baby number 3. Can you hear me okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
And I saw you pop up. I never met you guys ever. And I saw you guys pop up on Facebook, and your journey and your health and your fitness. And I was like, oh, I want what they have, like their energy and their personalities. I mean, you guys were awesome, and I even know you guys. And so I reached out to Chris and was like, I need to try some of this. And he came over and shook one up with me, and that's where I started trying ketones.
So what was it like before? Like, so were you like, I remember you told me, like, you're like, you don't know this, but like I was stalking you, and but we all do that, right? We all do that.
Yeah.
And but what was your life like at that time, as far as your energy, sleep, your world? Like, what was your world like at that time?
It's been so long, but it's kind of like now or before. 2 boys, little, and my husband, stay-at-home mom. I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I was doing that with the 2 little ones, and then wanting a nap when they napped. Every time they went down, I went down, and they had to go down together, because then my whole day would be like wrecked if I didn't get to nap either. And so, and then I would do house chores when I just fit it in if I napped or they wouldn't get done. So then that's what it looked like before. Just busy mom, not enough time, didn't want to do anything really. I just wanted to sleep. And that was when I first met you. And then if you want me to go to the second.
So after, I remember, I don't even remember like our very first conversation, but something happened where either you commented or something, and then we started messaging, and I really, you know, you were local in town, and I was like, well, I'll just drive over and shake one up. I remember I came over, shook one up, and you really liked them, and you started drinking for a little bit, but then you stepped back. So share with everyone why that happened.
So I was doing them for a while and loved them. And then we found out we got pregnant and with my third boy. And for the moms, with the first few months of pregnancy, either you have you're nauseated, and nothing sounded good. I couldn't eat, drink anything. And so I just stopped doing them because I just, couldn't take them,
And then, so you had your third baby, right? Your third baby boy? So 3 boys.
Yeah.
So you had your third baby boy, and then you reached back out to either myself or Danny, and then, because you were like ready, I guess, at that point. Like now we're up to that point. So what was it like then?
I'm getting emotional already. I don't know why.
It's okay. That's what this is about.
I know. I wasn't planning on crying, okay, guys? Okay, so I just was, after I got back home from the hospital in 3 C-sections, and so, not 3 sections, but with this one was my 3rd C-section, came home, and the first week was awesome. I kind of breezed through it. I didn't really know what was going on. I just was focusing on baby, and then the second week hit really hard, and I just got depressed and didn't want to get out of my chair. I mean, I didn't want to do anything at all. I had to have all my family members and my friends take care of my older ones, and for like weeks, like for 4 weeks for sure, of trying to get them, because I felt bad. I wanted them to have fun and do, ABC, things that I couldn't do with them. And I didn't have the emotion. I mean, there was no emotion, like lack of motivation, lack of excitement, lack of happiness, lack of everything. I was just taking care of the baby, and that's where I went to the doctors, and I was like, I need something, because I was like, I told my friends, my families, I was like, okay, I just want to let you guys know, like, this is how I'm feeling. I want you guys to be aware of how I'm feeling, because this is different than the last 2, and it's just more intense. So I was at the doctor's and got prescribed on an antidepressant, and I tried them for 1-2 days. I know it takes longer to get kicked in, but I did not like the way they made me feel. Personal opinion, I never went to drugs. I never liked taking anything for pain. So I really wanted to do something different, and I instantly just thought of going back on the ketones instead of doing the medicine.
Mm-hmm. And so I know that you had mentioned, whether you want to talk about it or not, I'm not sure, but you had mentioned like how you felt with your family, like trying to be everything, like
my scraps.
Yeah.
I wanted. Go ahead.
No, I remember that story actually made me very emotional when you told it, and I don't know, maybe you can just touch on that just a little bit, just for people who,
So a few stories, I guess a few instances that I like woke up and I was like, wow, Jessica, like, I mean, not to be mean to me, I was like, pull it together. Like, I need to pull it together, but I couldn't. Like, it wasn't there. My little boy, my oldest, which is 4, and he came into my room at 6:30, 7:30 in the morning, and I was like, I can't get up because the baby's sleeping. So I feel like baby's sleeping, I'm sleeping. And I just gave my 4-year-old my phone, and I was like, here, go watch my phone. And it like in the moment, of course, I went back to sleep, but when I woke up and I was like, oh my God, this is not what I want. This is not what I want for my life, like for my voice to be, And I didn't feel like there was something that was going to change. Like, I didn't feel like that was the last time. Like, I don't feel like that was going to be the last time. And that's what hurt me the most too. Because I was like, Jessica, you know, really need to do something. And also with the other one, I mean, with all of them and my husband, getting my scraps. And that's how I explain it. Like, they got to have all my leftover, like I didn't even have anything to give them. My husband was worried about me. I mean, he never seen me like this. So he was like reaching out to my friends and like, hey, can you take her out? Can you go help her? I don't know what to do. Like, I'm concerned for her. And that's the first time he's ever had to do that. And so that was my eye opener, is like, I don't want my children to have that. Like, I want them to have their mommy back, and my husband and his wife back. That's, you know, so that's my goal.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember Danny and I were sitting at your kitchen table and you were talking about that. That was very powerful because I know you're not alone, and people who are watching know that you're not alone in that feeling. And so it was very exciting that you were thinking about, okay, well, let's give these ketones a shot again and see how that goes. So let's talk about that. So you said, okay, I'm going to give these a shot again. So how did that, what happened then?
So I got hooked up with, I think, 5-day, 10-day. I don't know. I just needed to have it on hand. So I started those, and instantly, I started feeling clearer. And so I signed up my Smart Strip again. And that was, I don't know, a couple weeks probably of just being back on them and feeling better. And yeah, I was still, I mean, of course, 3 kids and a baby, I'm still exhausted, but it was so much different. And my clarity, that was my most important thing. That's all I really wanted. I mean, I can say ABC, I can tell you that later. What it has done for me, other than what I really wanted, was the mental clarity. And that's the first thing that I've noticed happen, because I needed it so bad. I think that's why it just worked so fast for me. Like, I really needed that. And then you want me to go like kind of like everything else that has been benefiting me is, and then and binge watching, TV, like nonsense stuff. In the moment, I'm like, this is awesome. Like, I'm just gonna keep, so I have not, I've been doing it for how long? You want to remind me? I don't even know. 4, 5, 6 weeks?
Yeah.
6 weeks.
Something like that, yeah.
Well, only 6 weeks. I've been back on them, I think. No TV. I haven't watched Netflix. I haven't took a nap. Maybe 30 minutes the other day. Like, that's the only nap I've had in 6 weeks, I'm sure. So I actually forgot about them. Like, I really forgot about it. And I'm like, whoa. So that's really exciting. And yeah, not feeling like I want to go sit down and like just watch TV. And I'm on my phone a lot, connecting with my friends now. That's mostly what I'm doing on my phone, but I think that's it. There's probably more, but I'll go ahead and have.
No, that's okay. So you're connecting with your friends a lot. I know, because you also were excited to learn more about aligning yourself with the company and what that looked like. And so before talking about that, what interested you in doing that? Like, in like saying, like, what is this whole promoter thing? Like, what piqued your interest?
God, my first initial was like, I just want free ketones. Like, really, you don't have to be a promoter to do that either. But I wanted to share it with my family and my friends. But I don't even know if you remember. See, I don't even know. That sounds bad. I do know. I want an extra income for our family. But I don't think it's not my main goal in this at all. To share and to like have everyone know what I feel like and how it's changed me from just doing this. I haven't changed anything else.
Right. So that's okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. I think that was it. Go ahead.
So I think it's kind of cool what you just touched on right there. Like actually a lot. You touched on a lot just right there, because some people will wonder what the difference is between a customer and promoter. They do want to share with their friends and family. So Let me ask you a question, and if you don't know these answers, that's totally fine.
Mhm.
But because I know you just came on as a promoter, and by the way, if you guys, whoever's watching this or when you are watching this, holy smokes, she's crushing it, and we're gonna go into that in a minute. But so let's talk about the discount, the 22% discount. Do you have to be a promoter or anything like that? What do you have to do to get the discount? Is that for it?
Just activate a smart ship,
Okay.
which is no yearly fee, nothing. Just go in and activate your smart ship.
And do you have to sign a contract or anything like that for your smart chip?
I'm sorry, repeat yourself. Sorry, baby.
That's
starting to cry.
No, that's okay. We'll finish up. Do you have to like sign a contract or do a certain period of time with your smart ship?
No, you can cancel
And
anytime.
you can cancel
start
anytime?
anytime, just like
Okay.
I did. Yeah.
And if you ever want to change anything on your smart ship, what do you have to do?
Go change it.
No, that's okay. So you don't have to call anybody or email anybody or anything like that?
No.
So you're in
It's
control.
simple.
You're in control of your smart ship. I think that's really important for people to know because a lot of people are afraid of smart ship because they associate it to some other bad experiences maybe in the past
Yeah.
of being locked into certain things. Now, what about free product? Do you have to be a promoter to get free product?
No.
So let's do this. Whoever's watching right now, if you are on smart ship, type smart in the comments below. So you're on smart ship, right, Jessica?
Yeah, I just got mine today. Sorry.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so if you're on smart ship, type smart in the comments below so you can show everyone how smart you are. I'm just kidding. But also, if you've ever received any free product, like if you've received anything free, because one thing that's cool about smart ship is every 4th smart ship that you receive, you get an additional box for free. So you order and then you get discount, 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 and it comes with a free box on top of whatever your discount is. It's super cool. So that's one way of getting free product. And then the other way of getting free product is just you on smart ship because you're on smart ship and 2 other people on smart ship. So 2 other people, your friends are drinking it with you and yours is free. So that could look like 2 friends. It could look like a spouse and a friend. It could look like a spouse and a mom. It could look like so many different things, but it's just you plus 2 equals free product. Does that sound right, Jessica?
Yep. You nailed
So
it.
I know that when we first heard about that, we were skeptical.
Yeah.
Were you?
My husband more. I was more just like, I don't care, just give it to me because I need it. But
Right?
yes, and I was more like my husband was like, no, and I was like, all right, let's just see, let's just like wait. So now he's understanding.
He's a believer now, right? Because he's seen it happen. And I think
that's exactly what it is to see it work. Yeah.
Right. And I think that's what's important about sharing these types of videos in this group and having people come in and see that it's real people having real experiences that are legit. And it's not like a whole gotcha type game. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's legit. Everybody can get a discount. Everybody can get free product. And then as far as a promoter goes, so you wanted to become a promoter. You want to share this conversation. You want people to feel as good as you do and also be rewarded financially for it. Right. And so I know that some people have like some people get weird about that and they're like, well, I don't really know. But I do know that a lot of people get up every day and go to work to go pay their bills, right? A lot of people do that. A lot of people not only have 1 job, but they have 2 and some have 3, right? So obviously we are all doing something to earn money. And this is a super cool way of being able to share your story like you are right now and create an income for yourself and your family. And then on top of that, we get to show other people how they can do the same thing. So that's such a bonus because let's say you opened a franchise of a gym, for example, right? You open a gym or a nutrition store, it doesn't matter. You open that up and people are buying the products and you're like, great, I have my own business. This is awesome. But what's missing is you being able to show them how they can do the same thing. Sure, they might be able to get benefits from using the products, but you can never show them how they can do what you're doing and create an income for themselves. And with what we're doing here, you get the opportunity to do that. So that's super exciting. So Jessica is taking part in something that we call the Go Challenge. Every new promoter gets to participate in the Go Challenge. And that's a way that you can earn upwards of $2,000 your first month. And all it is sharing your story, right? So in the beginning, I was telling you guys, if you heard in the very beginning of this, that there are certain people who want to learn everything first before they share anything. And then there's other people that just share everything and learn along the way. And that's Jessica. Jessica is like, let's just share, and we'll learn everything else later. And guess what's happening, y'all? Jessica is building a business. She's getting rewards, right? So she just hit her Go Pro. And what that means is that not only on top of the regular compensation plan, she gets a $250 cash bonus and $100 from free products. Boom. She did that within, I think, a week and a half or something like that, right? Ninja, all she has to do is do the same thing over again within a 30-day period. She gets an additional $500 in cash and an additional $100 in free product, and that's all on top of the normal compensation plan. So that's exciting, and you are crushing it. So Jessica stepped up and bought what's called a promoter pack, and that has 200 samples, right, so that you can get them out. And a lot of people are afraid, like, holy smokes, I don't know if anyone's going to want any of this stuff. Can you tell us your experience with that?
Yeah, with getting the product on hand so I can share it with everybody.
Yeah.
Better than I thought. I mean, I knew it's at first, of course, you're like, okay, you need to make sure you, like, some people might feel like this just watching or new, like, I need to sell it. And it's like, no, it sells itself. Like, that's how, after you try it. But getting the 5 and 10 days, we've had a lot of mixers with Danny and me, and letting everybody come over and just, hey, like, let's shake it up together. Like, I just want you to try it. I am not selling this. If it does not work for you right now, great, that's fine. But just try it. Like, please, like, I want you to feel the way I'm feeling. And so that's all we did. I mean, and now I just actually, she's probably on here. I don't know if she's on here right now, but I tagged her in. But she just came by and got another 5 day. She's getting her husband on it. Actually, I think she did 10 day. So then she wants another 5 day to get her by. So that's the first time I've done that. It's exciting, but, oh, sorry, hold on a little bit. And, oh, my phone's always dying. So with the 5, so easy. I don't know. I've gotten rid of a lot of it. So I'm getting my, how do I say it? I'm getting my money back. I mean.
Right. So you stepped up, you bought the promoter pack. Yeah. And how many boxes did you go through before you even got your promoter back in the mail?
Oh, like 5.
5 boxes. She's gone through 5 boxes
before I got it.
Before it even came in the mail. Right.
Yeah.
That's super cool. So you said you were doing some mixers and keto life parties. So what does that look like? Have you had some support doing that?
Yeah, oh my gosh. Without you and Danny, I don't know. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. So the community is awesome. So with Danny, she comes over and helps me put the keto life party together. So we come in and you invite your friends and tell them that you're going to shake them up and let's try all the samples, like all the flavors, and see how you feel and give you information on it. So Danny comes in and, or your mentor, whoever that is, will help you through it until you get it down. So I have one today in a few hours, actually a couple hours.
Right. You've had a few. I know that Danny's gone over there a few times with you, and you've had a few, and that's super cool. So are they very elaborate? Like, do you have to have food and clean the whole house and all that stuff? No, that's what sold me and my husband, because he's always like, oh, someone's coming over yet. I'm like, no. They don't want food. They just want we're just doing ketones. That's all we're doing. Let's keep it simple and real. Like, hey, like my kids are running around crazy and I have to go change diapers and I have to go do this still and I still have to go do this, and like keep it real, and it's like chill and Well, you've absolutely done amazing. You're going to hit your Go MVP, and I know a lot of people watching this might not even know what that means. And so, Jessica, if Jessica invited you to this group, please get together with her after watching this, and she can send you the information on all of that. But she's going to hit that, which is huge bonus, and that goes for the rest of her career with Pruvit, which is amazing. So tell me, what are you like most excited about moving forward? Oh my God, I want everybody to try this. I'm like, I'm excited. It's funny. I want to share something really fast. Sure. It's just on my heart. So
I knew nothing about, I mean, I still don't. I mean, I'm still learning. But people that, me, of all people, of my insecurities, and I can't do things like this. I won't be like them. I won't do this. Like, I can't do this. Like, lives scare the living daylights out of me. But I feel better now. Like, I'm feeling better and more confident. This is like confident juice. I don't even know. It's like, gives you more, oh, it's amazing. But for me to go from saying that to myself, I mean, like, just, if anybody out there can, like, thinks that they cannot do something like this, like, let me tell you, like, that's how I was. Like, I cannot do this. So here I am doing it one day at a time. That's it. And so my future, my goal would be just to keep sharing. And I would love to make an income on it. So maybe my husband can, I don't know, we can travel more, do things with our family, with our boys. That's what I hope for, really. I don't have a big, like, number. I can't, you know, I don't want to look too far, but I'm looking just next day. And like I said, like, I didn't even know what I'm doing. Like, I didn't know I had GoPro. Like, I did. But I was like, how did I do that?
Yeah, so that's super awesome. So you said a few things. First, that
Hey, sorry.
it's okay.
Dogs.
So real life, right? So first, that you said you didn't know what you were doing, and you were hitting bonuses. That's the beautiful thing about what we do, about having a support team, about just our business is all about sharing our story, and that's it, right? That's all we're doing is sharing our story and having people try ketones. That's really it. Don't overthink it, right? So you're funny. It sounded like you were going to call this confidence juice. Is that what you were going to say?
I was, but I didn't want to, like,
that.
you know, I didn't want to make claims. Just kidding.
No. That's funny. That's funny. So that's so true.
Like,
yeah, that's so true, because there's so many people just like you that say, like, I can't do this, or I'm afraid to do this. And even with me, when I'm going through my stuff with sobriety and stuff like that, I could seriously call this confidence juice. It just makes things easier. Your brain functions better. You can just tackle anything. I love it. So you said that, you know, you didn't want to you have some goals. You want to travel more with the family, do more stuff. And I know it's hard to say the words, like, of what you really want out of life. All of us, not just you, like, all of us. You want to know why? Because success is scary. Like, to put those words out there, like, to say that, like, I want this to become a full-time income, so we don't have to go to check into jobs every day and can go travel the world and teach our kids history through taking them to the different places in the world, as opposed to sending them to school, right? That's scary to sometimes say that, because sometimes we don't believe in ourselves enough, or we're afraid to say it out loud because of fear of judgment and all of those things. But what we learn through our community and through the growth of what it takes to be successful in this business is our personal growth and our belief in ourselves, because it is very, very possible. And the more that you get surrounded by that, and surrounded by people who are doing exactly that, the more your confidence level goes up. Like, hey, if they can do it, I can do it, right? They're doing it. They're no different from me, and they're helping me, right? So,
it's. Go ahead. I was just say that's true. Like, without the community, without you, I mean, I've seen people on here through you guys too that I've ran into. I'm like, oh my God, how awesome that we're like, we can do them together. And it's not like, oh, you're not underneath me, so I can't, like, talk to you. Like, you're not buying it from me, like, so I can't talk to you. But it's like, no, like, I'm like, let's hug it out. Like, this is awesome. I'm so excited that you're doing this too. Like, it's way different than my past, like, the things I've done, you know.
So that's an interesting point if you want to talk about that, because I came from someplace else, another company as well.
Yeah.
So do you want to talk about any differences? I mean, feel free. I mean, this is your live.
Do we take him, Mom? I can hold him. Sorry, baby.
No,
but yeah, good. I will touch. I will totally touch on
I want my ketones, Mommy.
This is the newest. Luke,
y'all drop some love for that baby, right? Drop some love.
Say hi. She's coming to get her ketones. Oh, so, yeah, I've done a couple different ones. So, and the difference is, like, the community. I mean, the community. Let them out. Where did you let them out?
Where did you put them?
She knows where they are. Sorry. So,
okay.
community way different. And
This is what
itself.
this is what happens when people come to pick up ketones.
Yeah, the dogs scream.
Yeah, same with our house too. People come to pick up ketones and the dog goes nuts.
And so, okay, so with the other companies was like, even the product itself, I was like, oh, and you get pumped up, you know, you get excited. You go to a conference or whatever, and you're like, yeah. And then you do them, and then, but then a lot of the ingredients or the way they were made or what it is, you know, it's kind of one of those one in a minute, like there's always this, there's always that shake, there's always that bar, there's always something else, you know. But it was more backing up the ingredients for me. I don't know, like I like natural, more, you know, making sure what I put in my body is clean. And so I didn't back it up that much. So I didn't have like the passion and the power to like be like, hey, try it, maybe. No, I'm like, no, you can just do it and see for yourself with the ketones. But so more with that and the having to pay for your every year membership to be like, say, like on SmartShip if you had to, but that with another company, having to pay for it, or you're locked in for at least 3 months or 4 months, and you're like, oh, I don't really like it, so you're stuck into like paying for something that you really don't want to do.
Right. So the structure is totally different. Yeah, we did the same thing too. We paid for a discount with another company, and it was a pain in the butt to try to change any kind of auto ship or anything like that. Now, is there any kind of sales minimum that you have to hit every month?
No.
With Pruvit?
You want to? No.
No.
And if there was, I think I should know about it. But no, there isn't.
Right. No, and we would tell you.
Because I know this is funny because I really see for everybody. I really don't know much.
Yeah.
Like so, like I'm thinking. I don't think so.
Right. It's so awesome. I hope that you guys are getting the fact that Jessica, and I'm not saying this in a bad way, so please don't take it this way. Look at Jessica wasn't born into Pruvit and knows like dun dun dun. I know everything about Pruvit. No, she was introduced, and I know nothing about Pruvit. That was just like Dani and I. But she's leadable, teachable, coachable, and she has a burning desire to share this conversation. And because of those two things, she's earning an income. She's creating a business, and she's changing lives, right? So she's changing lives and changing her financial landscape at the same time without having to know everything. And I love that. That's just so beautiful. It really is. It's a beautiful thing. So what else? I don't know. How about you tell me? Is there anything that you'd like to share before we wrap it up?
I just had something in my mind, but it left. But
That's okay.
I don't. There was something I was gonna say. I'm super excited to see like where this goes because I was like, how am I get this GoPro channel? You know, I'm not having high expectations for myself because that's how I always have been. It's like I'm not gonna. But to have like you guys back me up and hey. And I blow up Dani's phone, and you guys are like constantly like, okay, how do I do this, and what am I gonna do? And that's where I'm at right now. And so I'm just gonna keep learning and plugging in, and yeah. So anybody that has not tried them, try them. I'm sure in this group you guys have had them at least, but
yeah. So it's super cool. So I know that like Dani's face lights up every time you message her. So it's really cool. It is because this is what we get to do this full time. And so when our phones blow up, we love it. It's fun. We get to help people achieve their goals. And as your phone blows up from your customers and new promoters, you know, it's exciting. It really is. So speaking of that, like this month, hopefully it's August, right? So hopefully we're going to get together a really large local customer appreciation party. So we're going to do something big like that. And we'll make sure that everyone in there has the information on that. Also on September 14th is what's called a playbook event. And it's basically the fundamentals, everything that Jessica's talking about today, just how to do what she's doing in a one-day event. And we're hoping it's going to be in Vegas, like for our local community. They're going to be spread out all across the United States.
I hope so.
But for our local community here in Havasu and local areas and in Vegas and stuff, that we have it in the Vegas area because it's obviously it's a short drive. And it's a one-day event. Tickets, I think, to the last one were like under $50. And if you guys think about it, under $50 to learn how to run a six-figure business is pretty legit. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So I think that we touched on a lot of stuff. Anyone who's watching right now, if you are a promoter and you ever have received a check or a deposit or anything like that, put some dollar signs down in the comments below, just to let some of the new people know that this is legit. I mean, there are people actually changing their financial landscape. We have, absolutely, and we love to be able to help you do that. It's super, super exciting.
Awesome.
So I think I'm done on my end. Is there anything else you want to say?
Okay. Back.
Hello?
Do you hear me?
Okay.
Can you hear me? My husband.
Oh, there we go.
Me
Yeah.
this.
Okay, yeah.
My husband interrupted us for a second.
His ears were burning.
Yeah. So, no, I think I'll be on again.
Complete? Yeah.
I'll be on again.
Super cool.
Yeah.
Super cool. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing your story. Thank you for just being open and being willing to do this. And we didn't rehearse anything. So
No.
you did great. You smashed it. Y'all show Jessica some love. Let her know that she smashed it. And just, you know, we're really, really excited to be working together with you on yours and Danny's and your kids' future. And also everyone that you're introducing to the conversation. We're just super, super excited and very, very pumped up for what's to come.
Okay. Thank you, Chris.
All right. Thanks a lot.